Hello everyone, my name is Adeline Spears and welcome back to another AWX weather forecasting video, and we are back talking about more severe weather. Today, storms are on the horizon for portions of the central United States, but it doesn't end there. That threat is going to continue into tomorrow with another area to watch, this time in Dixie tomorrow, Monday. So let's get talking about the weather. So we're starting off with the SVC outlook. We have a slight risk, a 2 out of 5 in effect for portions of the central United States. This threat is stretching all the way from just around the Altus, Oklahoma area, getting well up into the OKC metro, and even stretching further up into Wichita, Kansas, and other cities such as Dodge City and Garden City as well. So all hazards are possible today. The bases are loaded, but it's not a super concerning forecast. Again, this is a 2 out of 5, so not the biggest risk possible at all. We have that 5% tornado threat, so tornadoes are going to be possible today, but they're definitely not likely. We also have that secondary wind and hail threat as well, that 15% for both of them. So again, all hazards are possible, but all hazards are not expected. So we're going to take a quick look at just an overview of this infographic right here, just to kind of present everything nice and cleanly. So we have that tornado threat at a low, because again, tornadoes cannot be ruled out, but they're not likely. Damaging winds and hail are sitting at a moderate, just because once those storms become linear, damaging winds could be a prevalent threat. And of course, hail is most of the time an issue here in the central United States, and especially in the springtime. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper, and we're going to get into the timing for this afternoon and tonight's event by the city. All right, I'm introducing something new into this forecast. We're looking at a severe weather timing map. We're going to be looking at some of the 3 biggest cities in this risk area tonight. So OKC, Wichita, and Dodge City, Kansas are all going to be some cities that we're going to be diving into this specific forecast. And to give you a little bit of background info, this graphic is just relating the probabilities or the percentages for seeing thunderstorm activity as we go throughout the afternoon. So we're going to be starting at 12 p.m. and going all the way to 10. So the first city we're looking at is Oklahoma City. And the first part of the afternoon is going to be pretty quiet, little to no thunderstorm activity. But at about 2 to 4 p.m., we're going to start to see those probabilities go up, getting into the 30 to 40% range as convection begins, peak afternoon heating, and the environment becomes even more favorable for thunderstorms, and things are really going to pop off at about 6 to 10 p.m. tonight when that round of storms comes through and that the severe weather threat really moves into the area. So that's kind of your timing for your severe weather tonight for all you folks in Oklahoma City. But now we're going to shift into Kansas, as that is another state that is going to be seeing that severe weather potential tonight. And we're going to start off with Wichita, a little bit further east in the slight risk, right on the edge, half in slight, half in marginal, but they still are going to be seeing some severe storms tonight. This afternoon, we're already starting in that 30 to 40% range, and even as we move into the evening, this afternoon we'll have a round of showers come through the area. Most likely we'll have a little break right around dinner time, but things will quickly pick up after that as that line of storms moves through. When it goes through the Wichita area, that severe threat is probably just going to be damaging winds and hail, as these cluster of storms will be linear at that point. But now shifting down into Dodge City, we go much further west into the threat, and I believe they are still in that 5% tornado risk, and they're seeing pretty little to no thunderstorm activity as we go into the early afternoon hours, but things are going to pick up right around and after dinner time at that 6 to 8 p.m. range seems to be the sweet spot for some severe weather tonight. So hopefully this brand new graphic kind of breaks it down for you and gives you an easier way to plan your evening around tonight's severe threat. And now the things don't quiet down from here. We're looking at that day 2 risk now coming up. Or we've got our day 2 threat as well. Like I mentioned before, the severe weather does not end tonight. We're looking at this day 2 slight risk, a 2 out of 5 for portions of Dixie Alley. So this slight risk is extending from extreme southeastern Texas well into Louisiana, all the way up into Mississippi, wrapping around into Arkansas as well. So we've got this day 2 slight risk, and again, all of our bases are loaded. We have a 5% tornado threat and a 15% wind and hail as well. So we're bringing back this infographic and we're putting our tornado threat at a low and both wind and hail at a moderate as well. So both of these threats are pretty similar in the way that the risks are categorized and the percentages, but very different parts of the country. So I hope you have enjoyed this AWX weather forecasting video. This right here is going to wrap it up. I hope you've learned some, and just remember, spring is just now beginning. We're still awaiting peak severe weather and tornado season, so continue to stay prepared out there, and I'll be continuing updates here on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, basically every social media app. So stay safe, stay weather aware, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.